guys, Wahoo here, back with another episode of the Hello Guys podcast. I hope you guys are doing absolutely wonderful. Hope you guys are having a very, very good time. I am definitely having that very good time because today, as I'm recording the intro, it's my birthday. I'm turning 35. So hey, congratulations to me. Cue all the fireworks and the confetti and stuff like that. Had a very wonderful day with my family. It's actually my big brother's birthday, not today, but about a week ago, and he decided to put the celebration with my mom, my stepdad, and he's basically my step brother though. I don't have any. Well, I have a half brother. That's my little brother. I just call him my little brother. We've known each other for what is it, 30 years now? I guess it's 30 years now. Like from all the way from the beginning. So we just call each other brothers and stuff like that. Not to confuse people, it's not to that, but it's just a long explanation to tell people. I could explain to you guys my whole family. I can do that, and I guess another time. I did that for my. I did that. If you watch my 2,000 subscriber video on the channel, I actually explained my whole family. So you guys can go check that out if you want to know about my whole family. But anyways, my big brother, him and his girlfriend and her two daughters. Again, super complicated. Every family nowadays, 2020, is complicated, and mine isn't probably not the most complicated there's out there, anyways. But the point is that he decided to put it on my birthday today because I wasn't celebrating. We don't really celebrate much in our family, birthdays and stuff like that. I go home to my mom and we're like. I get to pick whatever. I know I'm 35. I get to pick what we're gonna eat, as I've always done, and we just get something simple and that's it, and no big deal out of it. We don't give each other gifts. We did give my big brother a gift because he did turn 50. So we wanted to give him something, and we went out to eat brunch, and then we went bowling, and we just got home to their house, and we had some cake and stuff like that. Super, super good and super chilled and stuff like that. So I'm recording this on my birthday, but the episode that I did with SkyRider, that's the guest of today, she what's it called? I talked to her 2 days ago on Friday, and today it's Sunday, the 1st of November, as my birthday. Apparently, obviously, it always is. But of course, you're not listening to this on that. But that's what's going on. Next Saturday, I'm actually having all the guys over, all my friends, 10 of my closest friends. It's coming over. It's 9. I'm the 10th. But we actually talk about it a little bit in the podcast with Sky. We talk a little bit about, very much about education. So I guess the theme of this one is education more than anything else. But I've known Sky for a very long time. She's a great, great person. And I do want to apologize right off the bat if we talk a lot in each other's way, like over each other. I'm very sorry about that, but we were just very eager people, both of us, and I could see us like we talked about like 20 minutes after the podcast was done about different things, and basically we could talk forever. But I've said that in many of the other episodes, and probably going to be that. But we're slowly, as I also say in the end of it, is that I really hope to, get some people on that I don't know as good as I do Sky, as I do, AM and Detroit, one of the ones you've seen so far or listened to as far. And I really hope it's great on Spotify. I hope you guys are enjoying it there. If you have any suggestions or anything like that, just you can. I have a Discord. I know that if you're on Spotify, I do also have a Twitter. It's Wahoo Gaming. That's the same as on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Spotify, so you can contact me for sure if you want to. If you have some suggestions to the podcast, or something you want to have changed, anything at all, I'm open to suggestions because I've looked around on the internet. I haven't found something that is super similar to what I'm doing, but it like any podcast is similar to another podcast. You can find anything like that, but it's very open. There's no theme to it. I didn't know we were going to talk this much about education, for example, with Sky, and yeah, sometimes it ends up all over the place. But as I was saying, we talk about COVID as well. We do talk about that because that's what everything is about. I don't want it to be talking about a lot of news and stuff like that. I don't want to talk about like the presidential election in America right now. We do it a little bit, I guess, as well. But I don't want it to be political. I don't want it to be, if it happens to be so, sure, but I don't want to go deep into that either, because then we have people's opinions and stuff like that. I don't want to bring out the big opinions, you know. I do love it that you guys have opinions, and I hope you guys are going to post your opinions or talk about your opinions. But I really hope that these podcasts is not only like an entertainment, but it's also you guys maybe have some stuff you're going to think about, or say, well, who has it like this, or the person he's talking to has it this way. So I really wanted to also, it's kind of like helping people, you know, to understand that maybe your thoughts in your mind is not something, is only your thoughts, if you know what I mean. Like it's not alone around your thoughts, and sometimes it can be like that. I don't know. But I was talking about COVID, and like I said, I was talking about the guys, and we are having we are using face masks. We are, sanitizing our hands. We are also going to keep our distance, but we can definitely be in my apartment, be 10 people spread out in it, and we're just gonna be here for a little while. But it's also now the restriction in Denmark is that you can only be 10 people together. That's the restriction now, and hopefully it won't be worse or get worse. I hope that people are gonna keep their distance and stuff like that, so we don't have to shut down. But I'm not too worried if we're gonna shut down in Denmark, for example, and I don't think you guys should be either. We are trying to fight the epidemic, right? And the only thing we can do is do our best and follow the guidelines that our government tells us, and don't worry too much about it. If you get it, you get it. If you infect somebody, you infect somebody. Like, it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's just that we have to respect it instead of fear it. Just respect it and just take our precautions that there is told to us, and still live our lives. That's very important. COVID should not control our lives. We should just have a healthy respect for it. I was about to say I think COVID should respect us as well, but I think COVID is pretty careless about us. But anyways, I made this intro probably a little bit too long, so I'm gonna cut it here. But I do hope you can enjoy the talk I had with SkyRider. Again, third episode. I hope you guys. I have a lot more I want to talk to, so hopefully that's going to happen. I hope you guys are gonna like it. Anyways, here is the episode with SkyRider. AM and Detroit had admin powers. They behaved.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, I won't even be using them anyways, because I'm just kind of vibing in my own Discord.
Oh, okay. I understand. So, hello.
Hello.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
I don't know if I should inform you, but we're already going, so I hope that
is totally fine.
It's not, I don't know if I should tell people to maybe listen to one of the episodes or something like that, because it's more so people can get the idea that it's not scripted, or the people that are on, not the people that are listening in.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't tell you to do that at all, but yeah.
To be honest, I was just coming in here because why not? And I don't have anything on me.
Well, it sounds like a nice Friday evening. I'll join.
Oh, Fridays.
Oh, sorry, I'm sipping my tea now, so sorry. Yeah, what?
Gotta have that tea.
And I'm playing some mini healer. It's like what would you call it kind of game? It's like a turn-based kind of game, but not really.
I've actually never heard of that. Actually,
No, it's pretty good. I like it a lot, at least. But it's yeah, I like it. I made a few videos on it and stuff like that, so I kind of like it.
I might just look it up.
So I play a game. So it's also on Spotify. So if people listen to on Spotify, they can obviously not see the gameplay. But for the people that are watching on YouTube, I want them to have something to look at if they not just have it in the background. So they get to see something, and maybe some of the people that are watching might. They might see, hey, that's the game I know from the channel. That's what I'm saying. But it's kind of funny because you were on the third episode of State of Trove, if you remember that one, the old podcast.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a while ago.
That's a while ago. Yeah, I don't even want it. How long is that? Hold on.
That was probably a few years.
Yeah, it was when they still did the live streams and stuff. I was actually kind of wondering if I if I made the same order as I did last time, or when I did that. I have to find the.
That'd be quite a coincidence.
That'd be kind of coincidence. It wasn't supposed to be like that at all. It was. No. Actually, you were on the second episode. I see. I think.
Well then.
Yeah, you were on the second episode. Killer T was on the first one. AM was first on the. I guess that's the fifth episode. I made 12 episodes actually. I'm pretty kind of nice that I made all 12 of them.
That's fun. That's funny.
Yeah. But that was a long time ago. And I wanted to. A lot of people told me to. They really like the. They know that I can't do a Trove podcast anymore because like they don't really talk about anything that happened, so it's kind of hard to say, hey, what's gonna happen? Nobody knows. So they kind of.
And honestly, I haven't been on that game in forever now.
No, you probably haven't done any. That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Is that you probably don't do any mods for it anymore, or have you done like a few?
I mean, all of the things that I've done are already up there. I know there's some that I have just sitting on the side that I haven't posted. I might post those, but like any future ones, probably not.
It's just because you don't want to anymore, or you just didn't find the.
There's no drive for me to even do any more mods because at the moment I don't really play the game anymore. Well, at the time that I stopped was because of internet issues, because I couldn't run the game very well on my internet for the longest time, but now I have a better internet. It's like, oh, I'm already not playing anymore, so that's long gone.
But you were at college. Was it? I don't know how I don't know how it works in America, but you live on campus sometimes.
You can choose to live on the campus.
Yeah. You can choose. Yeah. So you haven't chosen to do so.
No, that would mean me having to have a steady job and such like that to even pay for the rent.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's not free. Nothing's free.
No, nothing's free. No, of course it's very not free. Especially in these day and age. That's a lot of things.
At least like when I'm in college, I've been giving these high-end programs to work with, but it's but still not free.
No. So what is it?
I mean, I've been giving them for free, but it's like it's only for a limited time, so I won't be able to like do anything on my own after I'm done with college.
So what are you educating yourself as?
Well, right now I am studying character animation. So like right now it's like my college has a program where let me see if I can say it. It's like more of a group effort to making a student-made film. So like a short film, animated film.
So it's not like computers. It's not like animating. Well, you're using computers to animate, of course, but I'm thinking.
Well, obviously, yeah, we're using 2D and 3D software to make a short film.
Yeah.
So I'm being taught the actual pipeline to making an actual film. So that's like pre-production, production, and all those character concepts and everything that goes into how a film progresses.
Yeah, but
in development before
you know, it could also be, you know, when we're talking animation, or it could also be for, you know, like Pixar does, you know, they animate, you know, those kind of animations, but that's not what you do.
That's actually what we do, because
sorry.
What's really fun is that my professors used to work for Disney.
Oh.
So
yeah, I totally messed that up. I meant the other way around. Sorry. Like, I mean, of course, that it's not for video games. It's for what Pixar does. That's what I meant. It's like,
it's similar to how we like make those like Pixar shorts and such like that. Short ones, not the super like 2-hour long films. No, we don't have the time for that.
No. But is that what you would that be the dream job, to be like on like Disney,
I would actually like to actually go into more of like to be honest, I would like to be in a game design, but that would mean me having to learn how to code and such like that, and that's going to be a little tricky.
Really? Do you really have to know that? Can't you just like, isn't there just animators that do things like with the characters and stuff like that?
I believe I probably need to research this a little bit more, but I think it requires at least some knowledge of it, just in case if you need to like, if, for example, put your animation in Unity and code and make sure that it loops into the right so like having it on the idle animation, be able to sync that into like a walk or a run, or code it to a walk into a jump or whatever. I've only touched a little bit of that before I even got into the program, but it was something I didn't really understand that much, even going through that specific class. I wish I knew a little bit more on how that part of animation, like gaming, like how it applies into gaming. But right now I'm learning how it applies to film.
So, but also, you know, what's it called? League of Legends, for example. They make like a lot of animations as well. I feel like not only for the game, but like outside of the game, like different kind of.
Yeah, they have their little short and their own little like short films.
Yeah, but would you consider that be gaming, or would that still be like making cartoons, if you can say it like that? Animation.
I'm trying to think here. It's more. I mean, I think it's you making like a short film for the purpose of marketing.
So you would consider it more of an ad, like a commercial?
I don't know. That's what I think. That's probably not the right term for it, but that's how I think of it as.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like showcasing something that is within the game, not something that is gameplay related. Like also, for example, like how Nintendo shows off their new characters reveals. They do it a lot through cinematic, sort of, just to get people excited for it.
Yeah. So we were talking about like working for Pixar or like Disney and stuff like that. But that would just be. But I guess there is small indie companies as well, right? Like,
I believe there are a couple of them around. Not in my area, obviously. So I would have to go do some traveling.
Oh yeah. But I guess there is. I guess the what's it called, college, or does anybody help you figure out how to do that or something like that, or is it just like to
I'm
find the
pretty sure
jobs or?
I can pretty sure ask my professors how like we get into it, but like I've been told by them that the animation industry itself is pretty small, so you would have to know a couple of people to get in.
Because I just feel like, at least in America, that not that you're very much on your own in that sense, but it to me it just seems like, yeah, here's your education, and we'll help you some other way, but you at some point you just have to do all yourself, or not all yourself, but you're most. If you feel like you're more left to yourself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah. And
We're
that's
kind of
very
on our own
different
at
from
this point.
Denmark, because Denmark, like we have guidance counselors. I know you guys have it as well, but it's
But that's something that we can choose to do. Like
mm,
we can choose to see a guidance counselor. We don't have to.
no. I think it's that might be more uh,
I mean,
something
it's
we do.
encouraged to see one,
Mm,
but you don't have to.
no,
You're not like forced to do it.
no. Sorry if I don't answer right away. It's
It's
because I'm mid sip of my
that's fine.
of my tea. So
Gotta have that tea.
yeah, I was thinking about it earlier, and I just forgot all about it because I was playing League of Legends, and I forgot about it, and then I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want some tea, and then I wrote you, and I was like, yeah, she's probably not ready yet, so I'll just like
I mean,
whenever you were ready.
I was just vibing in a Discord server. It's just like, let me just wait here for a while.
Yeah, and you were ready, so I was like, oh, so it's actually good that I said something.
Mhm.
So how's your sister doing now?
Oh, she's done with college. I'm still in it, but like she's still trying to go around finding places to get into.
So
It's not easy ever since this COVID stuff happened.
oh yeah, that little thing called COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't easy now.
No, it is not at all. So just to, I think I never did. I don't know if I've ever asked this, but you guys are twins, or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Great. That's what I
Identical
remembered.
twins. I know I get a lot of that. It's like, wait, are you actually twins? They're just questions.
Is that why you guys also have matching names, like gamer names?
Oh no, we chose to do that.
Oh, okay. Why though?
Why not?
Oh yeah, sure.
That's usually my answer. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of just to bounce off of. Yeah, we're kind of related.
Did you guys get that a lot then? Like, or do people say, "Hey, do you know this person?" But because this person called Sky as well.
No, nobody really asked that. It's just whenever we hop into like a Discord, it's like, why am I hearing two of the same voices?
I would just mess with people.
What is this wizardry?
I would totally mess with people and just say, it's in your head, you can.
It has so many times. That's why a lot of times it's just like, let's just hear how they like respond to a question or how they respond to this. Then we can tell the difference.
Yeah. And she's not doing anything animation for Trove either, or mods or anything like that.
I think she still does mods from time to time.
Oh, okay. Just very spread out, like once.
I think she's right now like trying to do a collab.
Okay.
But like as far as actually like being in the game, I don't think she even plays it anymore. She just mods.
Oh yeah.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah. Would you make a new mod if for of course if the mood strikes you, but like if Trove came and told you really love your, because you did all those dolphin thingies.
Oh, they're still taking those because I keep getting messages. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Yep, there goes another one.
Yeah, they still put them in. I think they put one in right now actually for this Halloween event. I think that was one of them. I I don't quote me on that. But
I mean, I could look back at my like emails and be like, oh, this is what got in, because
yeah,
I'm just looking through my emails. It's like, huh, another one got in.
yeah. It's like, oh, great. Oh yeah, this game
That's
still. Yeah, I remember this.
I forgot this game still exists.
Yeah, they're actually reviving Atlas Reactor. You remember that game they made?
Yeah, I
Yeah, they are
remember.
reviving that game. It's actually coming out as it's a co-op something game. But suddenly they're just like, yeah, we're gonna make this game again. It's like, wow, okay. I thought we were never going to see that game again. Like, I thought for sure it was a dead game or something that just didn't. Well, I'm pretty sure it didn't make money, or I don't know, maybe they just didn't like it. I don't know,
I thought
but
their character designs look really nice. It's just the game itself is not my cup of tea.
no, it wasn't mine either. But I think they're moving it into also being more, of course, co-op, but also more PVE. I think instead of being PvP
I mean, I
driven.
was
I
put
think.
off. I was more put off by it being PvP because I'm not that type of person to
No, me
be.
neither.
I'm not that competitive person. I mean, I can be at times, but for that particular game, I did not want to first jump into PvP.
Mm. Is that also well? I know they don't make mods, but do they make character skins or like? Is there something you
I
could make something for if you wanted to? Like,
I mean, now that I have a little more experience with with like 3D modeling and such like
mm,
that, because of my classes, I could, but to their quality, I'm not sure. I would have to match. The thing is, I would have to match their style,
mm,
and that's something that I would have to understand. The only reason why I was able to do so many mods for Trove is I understood their style
mm.
and just
But to
applied it to whatever ideas I have.
hmm. So well, we were talking about mods, and I was kind of leading the questions into you said like what if Trove like or Gamigo as they're real called
Hmm.
asked you to like I was specifically talking about dolphins because let's say they wanted to make a Christmas dolphin, for example, and there wasn't hey, you haven't submitted one, but they wanted one for whatever, and
I
they
would
asked
make
you
one.
to do a Christmas one. Would you do one? Like if they like
I already
contacted
have
you?
the base, so it wouldn't be that hard to just make
Hmm.
one.
No, but it was not that I felt you were on the offensive about the game, but you also said you were not done with the game, but you wasn't really looking into. So it could be that you were like, nah, I'm pretty much done. Not even if they asked me, I would be, you know.
I mean, if they ask, I wouldn't mind doing it.
Mm. So it's not totally off the table that we'll see one of your creations again.
Yeah.
So maybe
I mean, my sister kept asking me, it's like, oh, do you want to apply do stuff in my collab? And I'm like, I'll do one if you
mm.
want me to. I'm still working on it though. I haven't touched it for like 2 weeks.
But
I probably should get back into it, but
mm.
right now I'm just kind of doing my other kind of projects right now. I really need to like stop like making something, putting it aside, work on another project. Oh wait, now I have a bunch of stuff that I have to work on.
But I guess it also can be hard if you have school and stuff like that.
That is also true. And
Mm.
work. I also work on the weekends.
Mm. To
Gotta save up some monies for
mm.
after college.
Oh, after college. Okay, yeah, of course. You pay all of it, or what? In like when you go to school in America, like do you do that?
Uh, like there's like a financial aid
Mm.
that I can apply for that helps pay for my classes,
Mm.
but only until like a certain amount or
Okay.
a certain amount of years that I'm in college.
Oh, okay.
So like it only applies after like 6 years, but after the seventh year, after the 6 year is done on to the seventh year, you have to pay out of pocket.
Okay.
It's like a how should I say this? Damn it, I forgot the word. Oh well. It'll probably come up at some point.
Yeah. So, do you know how you go to school in Denmark? Have I explained that? I think I've explained it a few times in stream, but I don't know if you've been there. Like, now we're talking about school, you know?
Honestly, don't know.
Oh no, we get paid to go to school, you know, in Denmark.
Oh really?
Yeah, all the way through. It's nothing insane. It's not like you can just like, and most people do have a job on the side. It kind of, you know, feel like you not you have to, but it's just a good idea to also have a job on the side. But it is mostly made so you should not be able, or you should feel free to, you know, focus on your studies instead of have to have a job.
Yeah, because you gotta put aside that time for school.
So that's
especially when they give you so much work.
And all education in Denmark is free. Like it's free. So it's free and you get paid.
That would be amazing. But I live in the world called USA.
Yeah. That's why when I like hear about you know, American school and stuff like that, I feel very very fortunate that how we have our system, how it's in place and stuff like that. So it's just I know it can be very hard, you know, finding money and such for, you know, college, and people you know, families save up for many years to have kids go off to college.
But I'm kind of running through. I'm just going off by financial aid, really, and a bit of my parents.
Yeah, but that's how it's in Denmark, you know. You don't have to. It's all about the about focusing on your studies and yeah, and doing that instead of.
I mean, right now I like where I am right now because I'm actually like with my professors who's actually been in the industry for several years, so it's like I'm getting that inside knowledge.
How's it? You said, was it like? Maybe I didn't listen. Maybe I should have listened better. But you said something about how many jobs there were. There wasn't a lot of jobs for an animator, or
like as I said, the animation industry is pretty small, so like there isn't that many like places to go to.
Oh.
And to even get in, you have to know someone in the industry.
Okay. So like, you
have to like be referred by someone. It's like it's easier that way.
Yeah.
If someone in the industry knows you, so you can just go right in. It'll be it'll be more difficult if you're just fresh off the table and trying to get into an animation industry, and they're just like, they're just looking at your portfolio, but like they're looking at a fresh person. Other than like if like for example, if I was referred by one of my professors who has worked on a couple of films for Disney, and they're like, oh, I can probably refer this person or refer me into Disney.
Yeah.
Because they have seen how I worked and they see that I'm fit for it, so they helped me get in a way. I don't know if that's the best way of explaining it.
No,
I'm really bad at explaining things.
No, it totally makes sense. It totally made sense. I was just listening very carefully. Like I think it's fascinating. People that are
the way my professors say it is like everyone knows each other. At this point, everyone knows each other.
Yeah, but it seems like what's the word? It seems like it's you have to. Probably it's just maybe the same as it is. When in the movie business, maybe in a way like that. Without me knowing anything about the movie business either.
I'm not sure how it applies to more of like a live action than an animation. I'm pretty sure they're like two different things.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that
they're
would work for me.
probably two different things, but I think they're kind of similar in a way. But animation kind of takes a little bit more effort because you have to, instead of using live models or live actors, you have to actually like make everything from scratch, which takes even more work. So a lot of times, because a lot of times, like when I started into the program, we had to pitch our ideas for the films, and we are split into two teams in all these classes. But our pitches needed to, let's just say, be something that cannot be done in live action or heavy, or at least something that can be mostly done in CGI or just entirely in animation.
Yeah. Do you guys also do the stop motion thing? Or is
I
that
think we're
something
not really
completely?
taught that.
Oh,
We're mostly taught the 3D and 2D
okay.
animations. So like stuff like Maya for 3D, Toon Boom or TV Paint for 2D.
Yeah. But what if you would could you just continue on the education you are right now if you want to do some stop motion thing?
I don't know if there's any. I think there is like a grad program for us to continue doing animation, and then we can like explore what we want to work on. Because I'm pretty sure like I've been seeing some of the grad students say like do their own like they either do like a mix between 2D and 3D or experiment with like I think it's someone that actually had experiment with stop motion or claymation. But a lot of times we go into what we already know and that because that's a little easier.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like claymation and stop motion would be a lot more work.
Yeah. So I guess well, I don't know. That might be just me assuming. But you talked about your sister that's already done. Is she doing the same thing as you, or no?
I think uh I don't think she's really doing anything right now. I think she's like just doing a lot of like commission and personal stuff to fill her portfolio.
Oh, yeah. But did she take the same education as you, or?
I mean, I'm taking the same classes as her.
Okay.
I mean, she was like 1 year ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of the one that's a little behind.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well,
I don't feel bad about that. I get to see what happened when my sister was there. So I can try not to make the same mistakes as her and all that.
Yeah, of course.
And probably learn from her so it's like, oh, I have someone who can just teach me how to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just goes just goes out of my room in a few steps. It's like, hey, help me do this. Or teach me how to do this.
Yeah. I guess you kind of have your own personal teacher in a way then, like.
Yeah. That's about right.
Cool. So
she's like my extra resource.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty useful.
Yeah. That's the family thing is always a cool thing.
Mhm.
Especially
it's nice to have someone in the family who knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
But then sometimes I get sometimes where it's like I learn something different and she's like, "Oh, can you show me how to do that?" And it's like, "Okay."
Yeah. That makes it's just like it's good to have somebody like that's already done it and like you can especially when you guys are. Do you guys have? I was about to say extra sisters. That's not what I meant. Like extra. Do you have a like? Is it only you and your sister in your family?
I do have a brother, but he's already off.
Oh, okay.
Like
So he's older
he's
than you two.
yeah.
Okay. So and he didn't go the
He
route
didn't
of
go animation route. I
no.
think he went to more like engineering.
Oh.
I think it was more computer engineering.
Yeah. Actually, something that's always wondered. I guess this episode is just turning into into education talk, but it's actually always curious. I was always been curious on how you become like a. I actually don't know the word either for what this is called. Let me. Uh, okay, I'm pretty sure it's not that. Oh, well, like a builder or like a carpenter.
An architect?
Not like an architect, but like a guy that's builds houses and stuff like that. How do you become like a builder in like as an education? Because in Denmark we have like a special school you go to. You take the 10th grade and then you go into a special education where you become a builder or you become a carpenter and stuff like that. More like using your hands, kind of.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So
But a lot of times when, like for us, we're at, middle school, high school, and then once we get into college, then we like see what we want to do. By the time we get to college, that's when we like, oh, let's see if I want to try doing this.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
So
college is where everything, all the resources are at.
Oh yeah. So it's always like it's always the same. What would you say? I wouldn't call it method, but the same path everybody takes. It's like I can't remember what your first school is called. What is the first school called? Like you go into.
I know there's preschool,
Yeah,
then
preschool.
elementary,
Then you have elementary. Sorry.
Elementary, middle, and high school.
Yes, and then you go into after high school. You go to college.
College, or you go to a community college or a university.
Okay. So is that the same education process as everybody else? Like, is that everybody takes that even no matter what you're going to become, or?
Well, people can just do whatever they want after they're done in high school. But if they want like further education, they would go into a college or a university.
Like because I was saying before, like in Denmark we everybody takes like the same route ish when they get out of. I wouldn't call it high school per se, but it's kind of like I would kind of like high school, but it's kind of like everybody follows along the same path, but then along the way or at a certain point very early on, you divide people up into whatever they want to become. So I was just wondering if how long you guys had the same path before you guys went off to whatever specific education you guys.
I mean, I remember when it comes to college, I know we have to take the usual like math, science, history classes, but then we can take the other classes that we may be interested in doing.
Yeah.
So like for example, I was in a community college and I had to take those core classes, and then on the side I also took art classes, so like the hand-drawn, the traditional classes, or like not as an elective. It's actually like I tried to go for a fine arts degree, so I don't have to learn drawing, painting, just the more hands-on art forms. So I never even got to 3D into 2D or 3D animation like in the computer until I swapped into another degree that specializes in character and like the actual like character animation.
Mm.
Or at least the animation field.
Yeah. I guess like every other education, you kind of swap, you know.
Yeah, you just transfer over.
But yeah, you also, you know, change. Personally, as for me, you know, I became a teacher. I didn't like when you know, were in school and, you know, you think about what you're gonna be, you know, when you grow up. I was never thinking about becoming a teacher. That was like basically the farthest away from my mind. But then, you know, over time, I just, you know, that just became me, you know. So I think along the way, you know, you also change, you know, as well as your, you know, you change your direction of what you want to become as an adult also changes.
Yeah, that totally makes sense because when I started in a community college, it was mostly for fine arts because I know I want to go into a sort of art industry or
Mm,
anything that specializes in my art skills. But as I continued, I found a university that I can transfer to that has the option to do animation. So that's where I kind of like after I'm done with the community college, I could just transfer over to the university and just continue from there.
mm. And you know, you're talking about animation and stuff like that. What got you into animation? You know, was it, uh, I don't know.
To be honest, it's just for my love of cartoons and such that that I've always watched that I just watch nonstop.
Yeah.
As a kid, as a teenager, I always kept watching anime. I kept watching just like cartoon shows like Cartoon Network,
Mm.
Disney, all those childhood memories and all that.
So if we
and,
were,
I see,
sorry.
and then I see a bunch of like I've also watched a bunch of like internet animations and such like that. So like web series and such like that.
Mm.
So I was just really into like how the actual development of animation works. Or at least I wanted to see how I can get into actually like doing like 2D animation because that's what I was mostly into because I knew how to draw really well. It's like how do I apply my 2D drawing skills and make it animate,
Mm. So
make it move basically.
has it always been like that? Like if you were to, if I was to ask your parents, like would they say that you've like always been, you know, uh, talking about being an animator, or is it just something that
I
came?
think I never really said I was like being an animator, but it's like I've always had a love for cartoons. It's like I wonder how it all works.
Hmm.
Is my big question. It's like I wonder how it all works.
So you've never
How,
been? Oh, sorry.
oh, sorry. You can continue.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you never thought about being anything else besides an animator, or?
Well, at first I wanted to just continue with like more of a graphic design for like marketing and such like that. But then once I
Hmm.
saw the 2D animation, I'm like, gotta go.
This is it.
This is it. This is my dream. I must take it.
Yes.
That's how it was, to be honest.
That's how. Yeah, yeah. It makes a lot of sense. Was your sister the same way, or was she like? You get. I guess you can get
I,
inspired by
I
each other.
honestly don't know, but I feel like it might have been the same thing.
Mm. Are you guys very similar to each other, or like?
In a way, but not really. We have different personalities, to be honest. I mean,
Mm.
we have the same interests, but we have different personalities.
Is
So
that
I'm
been
like
a
more
like an
because
issue?
I'm like the more like chilled, relaxed person. She's like the over in like the hard worker, such
Oh,
like that.
so has
Like
that
we're pretty
any?
much different
So has
on
that
how
any
we do things.
ever caused you guys any problems, like being uh, not super similar, but similar in some ways? Like, it comes to mind is just like you know, boys and stuff like that.
Nothing that comes into mind really right now.
Hmm.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with both of us having the same interests.
No, of course not. Of course not. It's just I was thinking
our
like
parents didn't like say anything bad about it. It's just like I'm just gonna have to like. It's not like we're trying to one up each other really.
no,
Well,
no. I was
but
just
then our parents have the excuse of trying to compare us. It gives them an excuse to try to compare us. So
yeah.
it's like, I don't know. that doesn't help sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if it was too much of a personal question when I asked this. Like, you know, if it was something, you could have issues. If you guys are, you guys are of course the same age, but I was thinking if there was any trouble, if you guys were interested in the same guy, and I don't know if that was too personal of a question.
Oh, if we were to be interested in the same guy,
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
also
that's ever
sometimes.
happened to us, to be honest, because I think we've kind of agreed to not really like try to get into each other's friendship circles. Like we
Oh,
each make our own friendship circles.
was
I
that
mean,
something?
but a lot of times my friends, like when they speak to my sister, is like, oh, I want to be her friend too. It's like, God damn it. It's like I dragged my sister into my friend circle.
What was that something?
Not I didn't drag her in there. It's just my friends decided that I should drag her in here too. It's like, okay, fine.
Okay. All right, you can come.
It's like, all right, you can come. You can hang out with me and my friends.
But was that something you guys like always had? What's it called? I was about to speak off, but was it something you guys always agreed on, or like something that was
No, that's
unsaid,
what
or?
it just grew into that. But then a lot of times we have a hard time doing that, and then it just becomes like her friends just like, oh, I want to meet your sister, or it's like, or my friends are like, oh, I want to meet your sister. It's just like, oh god, now we had just had to that we've trying not to, but we've been slow. It seems like it's been slowly like combining each other's friend circles. So it's
Hmm.
like now we all have the same friends. It's like, but I wanted to have my own friends and we didn't have to share or anything like that. I mean, I know as a twin, sharing is fine. I mean, we've always had to share things,
That was what I
but
was told.
it's like, can I have my own friends, please?
Yeah. Is it an identity thing? Having your own friends and stuff like as a twin.
Yeah, it just feels like we kind of end up having the same friends
Hmm.
just because we look or sound similar. It's just kind of hard to get our own friends.
Yeah, I guess it's also hard because like friends also becomes friends with friends, if you know what I mean. Like if you have a
Mhm.
friend that person might get friend with one from your sister's group, right? And there's nothing to do with you two guys, but they just get along, and you know
Mhm.
and then suddenly, oh, you guys are friends. All right, okay, guys. I guess
Okay, that makes things easier.
I guess we're all friends now.
Yep. That's how the world works, I guess.
Mm.
Bleh.
But I guess you guys, again, don't have the biggest of issues with,
No, we don't really have that many issues.
because it's different from family to family, like how good the you get along with them, and
I mean, to be honest, I kind of get along with my sister extremely well since obviously
mm,
we've kind of been inseparable ever since childhood.
mm. But you think that's also because you guys have sort of the similar interests, or
Hmm.
is
So we can like talk to each and talk about anything to each other.
mm,
So it's almost like having a best friend, but they're your best friend, your sister,
yeah, that's also your
sort of
family member.
deal. I mean, I like having someone who's like really close to me, just a door away, just
Yeah,
a few steps away.
I
But
mean,
then sometimes it would be nice to at least go out and meet more people, but then I'm like the I'm like the shyest person, so it's like I don't know. I like to
Oh,
stay in my comfort of my home.
yeah. So is that a difference from you and your sister? Uh, I'm asking because
I mean,
I don't know
we're
your
both
sister
kind of
much, but
introverts at this point.
oh, okay.
But I try to reach out.
Hmm.
Hence
So
Discord.
are you more outgoing than she is? In
I would say so.
hmm. Yeah,
Like I'm more
sounds like
like
you.
the person to go out and try and at least see if I could meet more people, and talk to more people, experiment with things. Like right now, I'm with the time that I have, I'm trying to see if I can design my own plushie.
Oh, a plushie.
I'm just yeah, like one of those little plush toys. Just
Hmm.
buy just like just make and just design the little parts and make my own plush.
Why though? If I can.
I have time,
Okay.
and I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like I had the drive to be like, oh, I want to see if I could. Let me see how this works. Or, let me try my hands on this.
Hmm.
That's how I. That's how I am a lot. I always like to go out there. It's like, ooh, let me try this. Ooh, let me try this. See how this goes. If I like it or not.
Hmm.
I'm kind. To be honest, that I'm kind of lost sometimes. So it's like I'm always like looking around for something that I might cling on to.
What is this? Is that something you always been, or is this?
To be honest, yes.
Hmm.
Even right now, I'm just like I'm not sure about like where I'm going with the animation industry, even though it's a ton of fun. Like trying to get in sounds like it would be really hard.
Yeah. But
Like I wouldn't mind like if I had the option to, I can probably like make a bunch of stuff, sell it off of Etsy or something, and
yeah.
make my money off of that.
Is there? Sorry, I'm gonna ask again about the animation, but is there a lot of options to not only do whatever we were talking about before? Like,
I
could you
haven't
do go
really.
other routes in?
I mean, I know like it's either the animation for film or animation for game design
Mm,
or animation for commercials and marketing. Because like there's some commercials out there who just like use like actual like animation,
mm.
3D. Like I know I can think of a few that just like use more animated characters to advertise their product.
So you're not like stuck with making. I was about to say movies, but making things like animation for cartoons and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Hmm. I guess they also use it in commercials, right? So it's like,
Yeah, like I said, they use it in commercials.
but do you know, do companies like Pixar get hired to do commercials or
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
no? So it's like a quote unquote.
Because they're more into like making their films.
Yeah. But I was just wondering, like, it might be, then I guess it might be private companies that, um, they hire to say or to, um,
Yeah, I think there's like more through like commission work. It's like, oh, we want to have we want to have animation for our product. Needs to
mm,
be this long. Wants to introduce this character. Can you design this character and animate so that it can advertise our product?
mm. But yeah,
At
I
least that's what
guess
I've heard.
there might be.
I really need to do more research, to be honest. I mean, but I've been so busy with school.
Mm, yeah, it does sometimes get out of hand, if you know what I mean. Like how much it takes.
I feel like I just have too much on my plate sometimes.
So you're not like gaming anything either, Uh,
I only I still play a few games from time to time. It's just that's not what I've been doing. I've been either like doing my own art, just doing a few sketches, doing schoolwork, or having to work, or actually go out and work and to get money. I've been having less and less time for myself.
Like that kind of sucks though. But yeah, I guess
It
that
does
just.
suck, but it'll pay off in the future.
Yeah,
Like
well, I hope
having
so at least.
working just to get enough money to get a car so that I can finally just get out of my parents' house, or just have my own place.
So you're in your parents' house right now,
Yeah.
so they can listen into this crazy podcast. It's like, who are you talking to? Oh, some crazy guy in Denmark. What the hell?
No, they're gonna be like, "Who are you talking to? Some random people out in the internet?" It's like, yep, that's how it is.
That's how it is, yeah. Are they, they understand, I guess that's a question for many people, do they understand like the whole gaming thing and stuff like that?
Nope.
No?
They don't even like it.
Oh, okay.
My parents don't even like it.
Oh, really?
But they just accept that it's a thing.
Yeah. Is your brother a gamer or?
Yes, I
Okay.
know for sure. I mean, that's where I got it from. It's like when I was so young, I've always watched him play games. It's like, oh, I want to play some games too.
Yeah. Come on, let
I
me
remember
play. No.
he's more into first-person shooters and RPGs. I'm more into platformers and puzzles.
Do you have a good relationship to your brother as well, or is it?
I wanted to have a good relationship with him, but he's always like quiet.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
quiet type, and he doesn't show that much emotion. And I'm the opposite, so I'm just like, I want to talk so much, and I have so much emotions right now. I just can just burst out with just like trying to talk to somebody, just like trying to talk about one thing, probably that one thing for like 30 minutes.
Well, I could probably do these podcasts by myself, just talking to myself as I done with streaming and stuff like that. So I really have to be careful. I don't like talk all the time. So because I wanted to get it out to the audience, and I don't want the audience to think that it's just an hour of me talking to myself. They probably tune in because they want to see you or listen to what you have to say because. That's probably more what
More
they
of what they
want.
want, I
Yeah.
guess.
Even though it should be like a 50-50 thing, still I don't want to take up all the time of
That's why
speaking.
I mean sometimes I can't bring up conversations on my own. I have to like latch on to someone else's conversation. I mean that's just how I am. I kind of hard having to start one.
But that was also something you were talking about before, and I kind of remembered it again. When I was in America, people are much more common to talk to each other.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember every time I'm like going out on the bus or something, I'll sometimes have that random person who just wanted to talk to me. I'm like, okay, but I don't know you. I'm kind of too shy to even talk to you.
oh, is that
Also,
something?
stranger danger.
We would think the same thing in Denmark. We are a very open like people, but not to people that hasn't been approved. If you know what I mean. Like if I was to bring you, for example, to my friends group, they would be really open and like, oh, who are you and hi, how you doing and stuff like that. But you don't like talk to people randomly on the street, and that was something that was like super crazy to me when I went to America the first time and I visited my friend, and he said to a guy in the supermarket, he said, he had his daughter on his shoulders, and my friend pointed at him like when he walked by and said, "Dad of the year," and the guy looked at him and like was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh no, don't like." because I'm used to that. If somebody says something to you, they probably they're weird, or they want to, like, I don't know, sell you something or whatever. Like the Danish mentality is. So I went straight to the Danish mentality because I didn't know like the way, and I thought it was the same. But then the guy came up to him and said, "I'm sorry, but thank you. I didn't hear what you said," and he didn't hear. That's why he said what. Because he didn't hear what my friend said, but he wasn't offended about it. But in Denmark, you would probably be offended about it. So that was just a brain explosion for me. Like, oh wow, like people are not offended to talk to each other. People don't mind if you're standing
you can
somewhere.
probably just run up to someone and say hi.
Yeah, and that just like blew my mind. That can you actually talk to people and they don't get mad at you or think you're somehow
some
weird?
weirdo? I mean, you will. Sometimes that would be the case. And sometimes it's like, I guess they'll be open for a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And that was something I definitely learned. Yeah, definitely learned a lot from about the whole thing there. So that was pretty crazy. I hope to go to America again. With all this Corona stuff is gone. Hopefully,
I
maybe.
hope. It's kind of annoying to have this happen.
Has things gotten? Because right now we don't hear much about Corona because we got our own Corona going on in Denmark. We got the second wave now. We got some more restrictions and stuff like that because it's the second wave now. And you guys are also busy with the election and stuff like that. But
Yeah, right.
is it still still bad as it was when I guess we just listened.
I don't think we have like a second wave going on. I think everything seems to be okay-ish at the moment. Or like we are back to normal-ish, but everyone's wearing their mask.
Yeah, we wear masks as well. We have done so.
But we don't have, like where I work is at a cafe. We don't really have that restriction of only a certain amount of people anymore. But it's like there's still, but a lot of people have been like doing carry-outs and such like that instead.
Yeah.
We've been just seeing more and more people doing that instead of sitting in the actual restaurant and eat.
Yeah, but you guys also eat out a lot more than we do, I guess. And Denmark, we don't eat out very often, actually.
Yeah, I think it has come to the point where a lot of people have been eating out more. Because we have like Grubhub, DoorDash, stuff like that to just deliver our food.
Yeah, we
we have the curbside and just have them just bring it to us and we could just go.
Oh yeah.
No contact whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess you guys. So we are have to use masks more and more places now, and also restricting how many people we are gathered and stuff like that. But I heard I think it was in Holland. I think the guy last time I streamed here in Wednesday, he told me that they only allowed to see 3 people outside of their household at one time. You can only invite 3 people over. I think that's pretty crazy that you can only 3 people. We're down to 10 people here in Denmark.
I remember when it first happened, it was only gatherings up to 10 people.
But ours I think we were down to 50 or something like that, and then we went up to 100, and then it went down to 50 again, and now we're down to 10. So, and now you have to, almost since the beginning, we had to wear face masks when we were taking the bus and all public
indoors.
Places, where you're standing, where there was other people. You usually don't like a bus stop, for example. 2 people meet there because they're going with the same bus, so they will not interact with each other, be close to each other for more than 5 seconds or 1 second, right? So there you had to use a face mask for that, but like not going out shopping but we have to do that when you go to any shopping mall or shopping center or any store. You have to use a face mask now, while of course you're walking around and stuff like that. So
a lot of times we have to wear a face mask whenever we're inside. But I've been seeing a lot of times where it's like there's not even that many people outside, so you can like not have it while you're walking outside. But like to be safe, if you're passing by someone, just put it back on.
yeah. But we don't have to use it if you're walking like in the street. Like if you're just walking around on the sidewalk and just go past people. Of course, you have to have distance, and but you don't like have to do more than that. So. But I guess that's you guys also have had restrictions at your school and stuff like that.
I think schools have like decided to just go full on online.
Oh, so yours is also online.
I think high schools are kind of sort of both. Like there's some days that they go face to face, there's some days that they just do things online. I don't actually know. I'm only heard from the minors that I work with at work that they like sometimes go to and go face to face, sometimes they just do work at but for like my university, they just full on it went into online only.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense for like the older kids, because like for somebody, I know there's a few minor in a sense. I don't know if it's just minor to me, but it seems like there's some minor downfalls with using online instead of being in like I think the smaller kids, it's a lot harder for them to not be in the same classroom, or not classroom, but in the same place basically.
Same room. Yeah.
So I think they're.
Although for us, like with my program, since we have to work as a team, it's kind of been a little bit difficult to communicate because I know we're using Discord and Zoom to communicate with each other.
Yeah, we should have thrown a little bit of money into Zoom, huh? When beforehand.
But that's what we've been doing. A lot of the professors are using Zoom to do their lectures and such. And then for like our own like discussions, like between our team, we have our own Discord group, or we sometimes do meetings in Zoom. I don't know. My team does not like Zoom, like not Zoom, but they don't like Discord, even though I'm like 24/7 on Discord.
I think Discord, like growing up with all the other programs, Ventrilo, I was about to say Mumble, but
I was gonna say Skype.
Yeah, Skype and stuff like that. That was what we used to have, and so Discord is a very nice thing.
It's really nice to have. It's not right now. It's not been gaming. It used to be more towards gaming, but now it's like towards anything at this point.
Yeah. It's basically just like an online forum that you can also use to talk to people and message people and stuff like that. It's just like everything basically in the same thing here.
Yeah, because you can see like all sorts of stuff like there's like different like places for like film, for animation, for games, and all the like there's just different groups now.
Yeah. And I remember actually when Discord first came out and people were like, you have to make a Discord, and I was like, I don't think I need to make a Discord. And then it's like, okay, maybe I should make one, because they're like everybody had one. It's like, oh yeah, cool.
I was actually in like something similar to Discord before, and then they're like, oh, we found a better one, and it was Discord. So it's like we moved over to there, and it's like, okay, this is really good. We are not moving out of this.
No, I really like Discord. It's a really nice thing, because I'm a kind of like a person that loves to gather everything at the same place. So I have like an overview of all of it, and I don't like to use many different not like only social medias, but also different, what they call, like, places to get my information or get in contact with people. So
Yeah, Discord is just a nice place to like. For me, it's like I have like for my Discord server, I have my own little community that I can talk to, or just like with all my friends or all the people that are into the same thing I am. And it's just really nice. You get to do a bunch of stuff together. Like
exactly.
we talk about the most. Sometimes we talk about the most randomest things. It sometimes I come into a conversation there and it's just so chaotic. It's just like, what the hell is going on here? What did I walk into?
Well, I think that's happened to all of us in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's fun though.
it is fun. Discord is a great thing, and we love to, yeah, we love to do so. But I think this is a good place to end the conversation. We were actually about an hour. I was just looking at the time. I did the same thing, and people are probably gonna be like, I don't know if mad at me because I said this the last time 2 times as well, but I didn't realize the time was already an hour. People, it's just like,
Time flies,
yeah,
doesn't
it
it?
does actually fly when you have a conversation with somebody. Like, going into these, I have no idea what to talk to people about other than what I know about them. So it's going to be super interesting when I'm going to bring on people that I have like never talked to, because that's the plan with it, to also talk to people. It's basically not only to put it on YouTube and Spotify, but it's also for me to get to know the person, right? So it's not only for or making content. It's also for me to, because I want to know you more, and also the other people that I bring on and stuff like that. So it's also for personal gain. So
Nothing wrong with that though.
what?
Nothing wrong with that though.
No, I don't think so. I don't hope so. At least people are getting some stuff out of it. But hey, if I can get to know some people some more, and just have a conversation, and it can entertain some people, I'm down.